Hello guys, in this video I plan to analyze AMCR and BLL Corporation. Let us begin this video by firstly discussing the two companies' respective share price and their respective earnings. The first company, Amcor. From Yahoo Finance, we can see that Amcor bet its second quarterly earning last year. It met its third and fourth quarterly earning, and it met its first quarterly earning this year. Here we see that the estimate for its second quarterly earning this year is higher than the second quarterly earning than the estimate for its second quarterly earning last year. Finally, their share price at the beginning of the pandemic was at $10.59 and it reached a peak of 12.77. So from the table we can see that the company did not experience significant growth in their share price during this time period. The next company I would like to discuss is BLL Corporation. And from Yahoo Finance, we can see that the company bet its second quarterly earning last year. Unfortunately, it missed its third quarterly earning. It did beat its fourth quarterly earning last year. However, yet again, it missed its first quarterly earning this year. And here again, we can see that the estimate for its second quarterly earning this year is greater than the estimate for its second quarterly earning last year. Now, in terms of the share price, the company started at 72. And here again, you can see that the company did not experience significant growth in terms of share price. Now, let us move on to the two companies' respective financial statements. The first financial statement I'd like to discuss belongs to Amcor. For those who don't know, Amcor is a Swiss packaging company. It produces a variety of cartons, containers for a variety of products. The company has a lot of competition and unfortunately it does not have a very good financial statement. The company did increase its revenue from 9,458,000,000 in 2019 to 12,861,000,000 in 2021. However, the company has a significantly large cost of goods sold. For example, in 2021, revenue was at 12 billion. However, gross margin is only at 2,732,000,000. The company has significant expenses, and these expenses need to be reduced. This also includes expenses which come from gross and the administrative section. Income did rise from 437 million to 951 million. Unfortunately, income, even with this increase, is income is too small compared to revenue and compared to equity. Equity is too high compared to the company's income, and this indicates to me that the company has too many long-term assets. The company has long-term assets which no longer generate revenue for the company. The company should sell these long-term assets and store the cash in order to increase their cash reserves. This would increase the company's defense. It would increase the company's stability and make drastic market changes less impactful on the company. They could also use the cash from the non-current asset sale in order to reduce current or long-term liabilities. The next thing I'm concerned about is the company's financial activity. The financial activity went up from negative 764 million in 2019 to negative 1,179 million in 2021. Financial activity is way too high compared to the company's income and compared to their cash reserves. If the company is buying their shares, they should reduce this purchase and use the cash in order to reduce their liabilities. The company could also be purchasing another company's shares instead of their own. If that is the case, then this would indicate to me that the company is moving into a different business activity. On the positive side, the company's current assets and current liabilities ratio is good. A significant portion of current liabilities is made out of accounts payable, which is a very positive thing to see. In any case, that is all I have to say about Amcor. Let us now talk about BLL Corporation. The last company, BLL, produces and supplies aluminum packaging products for beverages and for household products. Now, their financial statement is not good. Their expenses are very high. In 2022, their revenue was at 13,811 million. However, their gross margin was only 2,726 million. The company has very high expenses, and these expenses need to be reduced. Here again, income did rise. However, even with this rise, income is too small compared to their revenue and compared to the company's equity. Equity is significantly larger than the company's income, and this indicates to me that the company has an enormous amount of long-term assets which no longer create revenue for the company. These long-term assets need to be sold by the company, and they could use the cash from these sales in order to reduce their long-term liabilities, or they could invest in cash equivalents in order to improve their cash reserves and in order to improve their stability. Cash did fall from 1,798,000,000 in 2020 to 563 million in 2022. This is a significant fall in cash reserves, and it is a threat, a potential threat for the company's stability. I'd like to see a drastic increase in cash reserves for the company. The next thing I'm concerned about is the company's financial activity. The company increased its financial activity from negative 46 million in 2020 to negative 894 million in 2022. This is a significant increase in financial activity. The company is over gratifying their shareholders. Financial activity is too high compared to the company's income and compared to their cash, and this activity needs to be reduced. The company also could reduce their investment activity in order to increase their cash reserves and in order to reduce their liabilities. In any case, that is all I have to say about BLL Corporation. Now let us review both of these companies. I'm going to place Amcor in the careful section. The company has a lot of competitors in their market. They don't have a strong financial statement. They need to reduce their expenses. They need to reduce their equity. And I'd like to see a fall in investment and financial activity. The next company, BLL, is going to be placed in the trash section. The company has very high expenses. It has a very large equity, therefore a lot of long-term assets. The company has a lot of long-term assets which no longer create revenue. I would like to see a fall in long-term assets and an increase in the company's cash reserves and a decrease in long-term liabilities. In any case, it's unlikely that either of the companies will experience a significant increase in share price. In any case, that is all I have to say about the two companies. In the next video, I'll talk about CAT, PACCAR, and Waptec. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe. And see you in the next video.